Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Dropping back, it's Applewhite. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. They've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Finds some fresh air. Smashes through the tackle. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Hauls it in. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Noles! They grab the early lead. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Duke's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
To throw, it's Ford. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll go to the ground. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. From their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And the Blue Devils had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to get it in. And he's for a solid pickup.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
Touchdown, Duke! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They marched 78 yards down the field. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Catch in the middle. It's Brown. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
There's an example of what happens when a quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Looking to throw again. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Finds his man. It's Brown. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air, it's Applewhite. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. Quarterback empties his backfield. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Banks. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Offense gets set for 2nd down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll try the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the one.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's dropped down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. Turning it on. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida State. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's 4th. Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Blue Devils need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Just steamrolling the defense. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking left. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Took a shot as he threw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Looking to throw, it's Ford. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Still on his feet at the 45. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Noles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Get it out on the screen. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Snags it. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Trying to surge it in. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. We're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And with time running out here in the 1st half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Dropping back, it's Ford. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? The give to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Blue Devils kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quick release by the QB. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Texas is currently ahead early in this one in DKR. They just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by just 1 over Ole Miss. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Applewhite. Fires left. Intercepted, number 19. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Great place to start for this offense. Running the red zone. It's Denson.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. How about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Backs looking for the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Noles will have it 1st and 10. Here's the pressure. That's reeled in. It's Brown. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him.
Touchdown Seminoles! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to pass. It's Ford. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. He'll do it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Tight end now in motion. The give on the option. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback. It's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush. Sometimes it's a 3-man rush. Sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front 7, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've given up sack after sack after sack in this game.
And on third down, you run a screen. I think you're hoping to try to get the defense in a blitz, flying up the field, throw the screen right behind them. It didn't happen. They guessed wrong. Defense did a great job playing discipline, playing sound, making the play.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Power football with the run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Here comes the offense on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The RPO, fire complete to the left. At the 45, on his way. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Knowles. Once he got some room, it was over. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end finds a soft spot. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Ford. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Offense breaks the huddle, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Gibson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. The play action fake. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He's got it on the outside. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
Florida State, 42-24.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off play action on first down. Going up top. Snags it on the right. Finds a seam. The tag. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Toledo is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout those Rockets fans will remember for some time. They're up by 21 over Eastern Michigan. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
Oh, better look out! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. That is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Under fire. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 3rd down for this offense. The Seminoles need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. To the air, it's Ford. Here comes the Heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A strike downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Can't hang on, it's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. good, right down the boulevard. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.